Victor Papa Charlie November Romeo, turn right turn heading 360.
Right heading 3. Clear from that runway 9, right there.
Flight 350 Miami approach, welcome. Miami altimeter 3020, here's Bravo, now turn at Miami exec. 10 Soccer Feet is Bravo, just became current at Miami Executive Airport, the altimeter 3020.
58, 12 miles off the island, 172 left.
Land hold shortly 12 for landing number 170.
Cessna 622, turn left heading 150.
Clear 150,
It's about a 615, 57, going clear to the eastern New Zealand.
Channel Killinger, Sierra.
6 Papa Charlie November Romeo, contact departure 126.85, good day.
2655, Victor November Romeo, have a good
Waterman 263, descend and maintain 6,000, your clear direct ocean reach.
6,000, direct ocean reach.
Wind 080 at 21.32.
I'm going to bar Delta 500,
Number 2045, Bravo Golf Miami departure radar contact, maintain 2,000.
and then resolve right above.
American 1550, cross 11 o'clock, wind 2 miles.
American 258, traffic in sight.
American 25 Miami departure radar contact, on maintain 7,000.
7,000, 45,
Like the 350, clear direct hacks, I'm just going to maintain 2,000. Waterman 263, descend and maintain 4,000, contact home to approach 123.8.
4,000 and contact. We're good afternoon, boys. 8352, checking Miami, score runway 12.
Convoy 3352, Miami, runway 12, safe land, wind 070 at 22.32.
Copy with the wind, clear to land, runway 12, boys. 8352, further go.
Shortly South Airways, Alpha departures November 3020.
American 2579, climb and maintain 16,000.
16,000, American 2579.
Number 53622, just expect this heading for a little while longer. You're going to go through the farmhouse faster traffic when I get inbound for.
We expect this.
Clearing 262, Tango 7, Tango Victor, hold shortly 12.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the flight today. We are in Miami currently, and we're going to be headed out to Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica to be exact. I'm going to try to get things going today. We're on the 73800. As you guys hear, we're already getting things going. We got the cleaners doing their job still, and we'll be boarding here in about 20 minutes for our passengers here. Got a full boat today too. 172 passengers. We got no jump seaters, no cabin jump seaters, no lap infants, just 172 passengers, and then 179 total souls. That includes the crew members.
Brigadier Jeffrey, copy off. Credit CIT or Bravo Quebec, Bravo to departure, first transition, standing 5. Time via the FID, departure frequency 125.5, squawk 1310.
Alright, so I said on the last flight that we wasn't going to have the additional scenery, but I did go ahead and pick up the freeway scenery
code
for this airport that we're going to. It's not bad. Could be better, but it actually doesn't look bad at all. Again, wasn't going to get that payware version, but the freeware version looks pretty decent. It's not great. The terminal is still a default looking terminal, but not bad. So that's the one we're going to use today. We got a departure time of 18:01 Zulu time, with an arrival time of around 2000. Weather's not bad here in Florida. We haven't gotten the pop-up summer showers here, or spring showers at the moment, so all is good. Flight time is going to be about 2 hours. It's going to be probably pretty short flight. It's going to take us about 20 minutes to get to the top of climb, and we'll be at cruise for about 30 minutes before we get to Kingston, Jamaica. That's the plan anyway. So let's get going here. Yeah, looks like catering is done their part. Like I said, cleaners are just about done. They're getting we'll stop boarding. Like I said, we got 172 passengers today, and they should start boarding here in about 20 minutes, just 40 minutes before departure time. So we'll get to the flight deck, start getting things going there. Hopefully get the fuelers out, get things going on their side. I want to come by you, Miss Lady. Flight deck. Should be a good flight. Not expecting any terrible weather once we get out of the Miami area. We got Addison as our first officer today, and Emma as our lead flight attendant. Let's get to the flight deck here. And we are in tail number 921, November today. And we'll get the IRS in. What do we have? 6.7 fuel. Also, we have quite a few troubles today on the aircraft. We'll go over that here. But let's see. Let's take a look outside. You guys can see outside. It doesn't look terrible. See some dark clouds around us, but not bad. There's catering still there. Should be leaving here. They are. It's not terrible. But let's look over some things here on the flight plan. All right, so we got a flag flight today, a flag route. Since we're going outside the lower 48, we're Miami to Kingston, Jamaica. We got our release at 16:41. That was about almost 30 minutes ago. IFR flight plan, American 1082 on the 21st day, and tail number 3 Kilo Golf. November 2-1, November, Miami to Kingston, and we're using
going to Aruba. Nothing coming up on the PDC.
Greer.
3390
Is our alternate today?
Yeah, I
We
don't
got
know.
minimum takeoff fuel of
no reason other than
17.9.
So if you're ready to copy
Release
it,
fuel of 20.5.
We'll
We'll burn about 8.8 on the fuel. Planning to arrive at 11.1, pretty much 11.1. That gives us 2 hours of fuel. Cost index today is 63. We'll be on the Guava 2 departure out of Miami, Ursus transition, and arriving in Kingston, Jamaica. From Libex direct to Kingston, so we'll join right into the approach phase. Not sure what the approach is going to be just yet, but we'll figure that out once we get in the air. Let's see. And again, our alternate is Sangreer. We'll be getting there 14,000 feet. It'll only take us 26 minutes to get there and 95 miles. So for our minimum takeoff fuel, we got again hour 28 minutes total time of fuel that we're burning. It'll cover 555 miles. We got our 30 minutes of reserve fuel for holding over our farthest alternate at 1,500 feet. Our 10% of fuel that comes from the en route burn fuel, so that's 888 pounds. That gives us 9 minutes, and then our reserve fuel of 30 minutes that gives us 2.6. And then our alternate fuel for 26 minutes is 2553. That brings us to our minimum takeoff fuel we need on the plane for this operation to be legal, 17.9. We're taking an extra 20 minutes worth of fuel as well on top of that. So that brings our release fuel up to 20.5. It probably will take us about 20 minutes to get to the runway, but we'll see how that goes. So that brings us endurance fuel of 3 hours and 23 minutes. Scheduled out time and estimated out time is 18:01. Planned scheduled arrival is 1956 or 2:56 local time, and estimated time is going to be about 20:04 is the estimated time of arrival. So if we get out of here early, it'll get us close to our scheduled time. So the passengers will think we got here earlier because they only see the estimated time. Got a payload of 44,000 pounds, zero fuel weight 134.7, ramp weight 155.2. Takeoff weight should be around 154.7. And we do have a couple MELs, which is fine for the flight. We got an overhead storage bin that's broken. I need to let Emma know that too, as far as the overhead bin and the window shade. We also got the auto brake system INOP. Doesn't work, so if we have to reject takeoff, we'll be full manual brakes to get the aircraft stopped, and landing in Jamaica we'll be using max manual braking for landing there. So our auto brakes do not work in this aircraft, which is okay. The only time we cannot dispatch an aircraft with the auto brake system not working is if we're going to Bogota, Colombia. No flight can be dispatched into Bogota, Colombia with this particular system INOP. If this isn't working, we'd have to get a different aircraft for the flight. And then we have a window shading coach, seat 14D. Hey Emma, just a heads up, seat 14D, the window shade is INOP. It will not open, cannot open. Also, the overhead storage bin over that same seating area is also INOP, must remain closed.
Understood, Captain. I'll check on seat 14D and the overhead storage bin now.
Don't need to do that. Also, boarding is going to start in about 6 minutes. She should know that already. Don't believe
Understood, Captain. I'll prepare for boarding service shortly.
All right, so it'll be out of Miami Center, Havana Center, and then I assume it's called Jamaica Center. I'm assuming. Uh, let's see. And we got a nice amount of tailwind getting there. We got plus 25. We'll be into the jet stream through that area around Elrod, getting up to 72 knots, and we'll get about 49 knots out of that. We'll be top of climb 21 minutes after. We'll be 400 miles out from the destination at that point. Top of climb will be 350 once we get to that point. And let's see, looks like our
Captain, I've checked on seat 14D, and the window shade is indeed stuck in this position.
Of course it is. I just told you that.
The overhead storage bin is also secured and cannot be opened.
Of course
Everything
it is.
else in the
I
cabin
literally
is
just
normal
told you
at
that.
this time.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks
Captain,
for the...
I'm currently preparing for board in service, and will have everything ready shortly.
All right,
is there
sounds
anything
good.
specific you would like me to include, or any preferences from the guests?
Interesting. At this point, no. As long as we don't have any passengers that require assistance, if we do, just let me know on the board, and if I need to reach out to operations.
Understood, Captain. I'll
Let's
keep you
see.
informed if any passengers require assistance.
So again, top of climb is 21 minutes. Top of descent is 30 minutes after. That'd be the 57 minute after wheels up. So we'll be in cruise for about 36 minutes at most. So again, short flight today, and then our destination to alternate route. Again, it'll take us 6 minutes to get to 14,000, and 11 minutes we'll be already at top of descent. So we leave the seatbelt signs on at that point until we get to the alternate. So again, scheduled out 14:56. Estimated, I'm sorry, scheduled arrival is 14:56. ETA is 15:04. We're supposed to be late by 8 minutes. We probably can make that up and be on time. Schedule time wise, we need to be off the ground by 18:21. And again, 11.1 in the gate. And Kingston, Jamaica. Our dispatch today is Tracy. FO is, it's not this person. It's actually, what's her name? Crap, I forgot her name. Addison. We got Addison, the Aussie, flying with us today. Hey, Addison, you want to give us a rundown of the flight today? See what she says.
G'day, Hatchet. We're flying American Airlines Flight 1082 from Miami to Norman Manley International. We'll be cruising at 5,000 feet, covering 511 miles in about 1 hour and 28 minutes. We've got 172 souls on board. Winds are 060 at 15, gusting 28, and the Miami altimeter is set at 30.22. Let me know if you need anything else.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, and here's our route that we're taking today. Pretty straightforward. Again, that jet stream will be crossing. Like I said, that's when we'll start picking up a little bit more of a tailwind. And then once we're out of that jet stream, then the winds will start to die back off. Fortunately, the jet stream is not too strong enough that we'll be picking up clear air turbulence north of it. We still may, but as of now, it doesn't look like we will. And again, at the wind barbs, winds are out the northwest, going southeast. So that's where it said we'll pick up some of that tailwind along the route here. We're going up to 350, so we'll be closer to here for what we're looking at on today's flight. Then a profile view, Miami up to, like I said, 350 for 30 minutes, and then starting that descent into Kingston, Jamaica. And for our TLR, we're going to be planning a D-rate takeoff with select temp 55. Is that what I got? Yeah, that's what I have. All right. Temp 55, V1 speed to be 161, 166, and 172. Again, takeoff weight 154.7. What is that? Max fuel weight for this departure is 155.2. Limited by the AFMD airplane flight manual. But again, remember we have no auto brakes on the aircraft today, so we won't be setting auto brakes. So if you're in the comments saying, hey, you didn't set the auto brakes, remember it's in the title and we talked about it. We have no auto brakes today. Actually, let me tell Addison. Hey Addison, just a heads up, we have no auto brakes today. The auto brake system is INOP, so we'll be using manual braking for rejected takeoff and landing at the destination.
Got it, Hatchet. Manual
That's what the
braking for
maintenance truck
takeoff
is
and
out here
landing.
for today. Let's see what else we got going. Let me see. Everything else should be done. Just a second here. What are we missing? Something's acting weird here with the GSX. Let's see if we were boarded. It's acting weird. Freaking GSX, I swear. Just restarted here. For some reason it's not one to complete one of the two services that's already done. We'll get it back going here once it reloads. So that's our takeoff information. We bleeds on. And what else? Alright, they'll be getting things going now. Let's go down to our total souls on board. We got our landing data, what we're expecting to land with. And supposedly the runway is going to be wet. We arrive into Kingston, Jamaica there. Runway data. Then our closeout reservations is supposed to be it's supposed to be let's see, fuel on board, takeoff weight 0, fuel weight again 172, no jump seaters, no lap infants, 7 crew members, total souls 179, passenger weight 35.4, cargo 8600, which I'm sure I'm about to have to fix that here shortly. We'll go over the other stuff here momentarily, but let me see, make sure they got this correct. They never do. It never does. Supposedly it's supposed to put the correct amount of passengers in here when you when everything's correct. I mean, when it's on single aisle, but for some reason it's just not, doesn't want to do what it's supposed to. We got 8600 on the cargo. Let's put 3600 up front and 5000 in the back. That way everything works out. Let's get the fuel truck out here. We got 6.7 on board. Request. We're taking 20.5. that in there. All right, let's get this going for the FMC. All right, AUTOBRAKES data lines up. It's up to date. We got KMIA. We're at gate 32. Oh, wrong place. There we go. Get that in. Let's see. We're out. Throw that in there, out the way. Request our flight plan. Select. Alright, so while that's doing that, alright, American 1082, that checks out. Alright, let's go back there to the top. We'll grab the charts. We're planning for runway 09er for the departure as well. Parking bays. Let's see, Sid. Doing the Guava 2 departure. Which I believe we've done this departure before. Yeah, so will be east departure again, runway 9er. We'll depart, right turn to 124, which I'll do that now. Actually, I don't really even have to. I'll do 272. Actually, no, let's do 124, because it will be hand flying at that point. 124. Above 520, the Baller, to Mint, Rum, Guava, and the departure is Ursus. This will be our exit from the departure procedure. And so again, we're at Delta 32. Come on, thing, and select. So we're at Concourse D. Inside the alley here, we'll likely get Yankee or Whiskey. I think they take Whiskey. Probably Whiskey or Yankee. Yankee that direction, or Victor to Tango to the actually it'll probably be Sierra. Take Sierra all the way down to S1 or S2. So what we should get for taxiing out of here. And going from there, that's what it should be. Alright, these guys are kind of behind.
Dominican 5105, Miami clearance, you on?
Going. It should be starting up here.
Dominican 5105, you're clear to Mike Delta Papa Charlie Airport via Guava 2 departure.
Activate.
Transition.
We're going to use the CPDLC today.
Departure frequency 125.5
via the easy peasy ACAR system. Let's go back here and get the fuel. So yeah, maintenance was out here deferring that auto brakes issue we have, so it has to stay in the off position. We actually do have the aircraft that was supposed to do this flight today, but we already planned for this aircraft. Let's start the fueler. Perf data request. All right, the fueling is started. Load that data, execute. We got 6 on reserve. Plan is 20.5. Wind 134.5 on 0 fuel weight, gross weight 155. Alright, we're getting the fuel on now. Cost index 63. We're going to be at 350. I swear we were at 340, 330. Now we're going to 35. Execute that. And we'll call. Actually, we're going to submit the for a PDC. This is what we'll submit for. Alright, all good up top. Okay, look good. Probe heats, we got auto on them today. That checks out. Alright, let's get some frequencies dialed in. Clearance is going to be 35-35. Actually, we don't even need that again because we're going to submit a PDC. If we need to call them, we'll call them then. Archer's 3367.
Five 553 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 8 right, 12, 8 left, 9er. Wind 060 at 15 gusting 28. Visibility 10. View at 4500, broken at 5500. Temperature 27, dew point 15. Altimeter 3022. Density altitude 1100 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
3022.
Envoy 9868.
So our aircraft, again, we are in the bare metal.
In transition, that is 5, on by SID. Departure frequency 126.85 plus 2317.
Back here in the alley. Looking good.
Envoy 9868, repackage truck, ground point 8 when you're ready, and November's turn. Have a good one.
Alright. Got that good. Let's go and let's submit our PDC. Bring that up. I don't need clearance at this point. Also, let me get the ramp frequency up. Where we are, we'll be exiting spot 13 through 15. So for that, we'll be on American apron 3095. Alright, that's ramp frequency, and tower be the next one. Let's see, B09 or 23.9 is tower. Alright, we got ramp, tower, and over here we have 27.5 is, what was 27.5? Ground, and the ATIS frequency, which, what was it, ATIS information, what? I forgot.
T left, 9er. Wind 060 at 15 gusting 28. Visibility 10. View at 4500, broken at 5500. Temperature 27, dew point 15. Altimeter 3022. Density altitude 1100 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Alright, information Lima.
Miami International Airport.
So let's bring
Information Lima. 155
our
Zulu.
ACAR system up.
Arriving and departing runways 8 right, 12, 8 left, 9er. Wind 060 at 15 gusting 28. Visibility 10. Few at 4500, broken at 5500. Temperature 27, dew point 15. Altimeter 3022. Density altitude 1100 feet. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima. Miami International Airport. Information Lima.
That should be good.
1553
Yeah,
Zulu.
that's good for you guys.
Arriving and departing runways 8 right, 12, 8 left, 9er. Wind 060 at 1.
Alright, we got about 40 people on board. Let's submit. We got information Lima. Put that in. We're at Delta 32. Out the block time expected 1821, it says. Alright, I think that's off the ground. No, that's out the blocks. I don't know why it says that. We need to be off the well, they got it as 1821. It's off time, so guess we'll leave it at that. Alright, let's send Miami. That all checks out 1082. Miami. Let's send it. Wait for our wait for that.
Hello folks, this is Emma, your flight attendant today. On behalf of American Airlines, I want to welcome you aboard our flight.
Alright, we got
to
our
Norman
clearance
Manley
here.
International
We're cleared
Airport.
to
Please take your seats as
MKJP via the
indicated on
Guava
your
2
boarding
departure.
passes, and stow
Maintain
your hand
10,000.
luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead
Maintain
compartment.
10,000 feet.
If you need any
Departures on
assistance, feel free to reach
20.5.
out to me.
Squawk
Thank you for flying
2441.
with us.
Expect runway 9er. We'll code that. Let's bring that back up. I gotta clear all this other stuff out. You see, I should already be logged on. USA. That way we can get our stuff via ACARS. Alright, there we go. And that'll pop up down here for ATSU. SU. of us being connected. It should. Let's get our clearance again. Yeah, and I already will code that. Alright, let's get that information in. We got 10,000 already set. What are we squawking? 2441. Into the books. And we're expecting runway 9er. Alright, we got that already. I was just showing that we got our connection. Alright, log on accepted. That's all good. Alright, so yeah, we'll be receiving our information via text. ATC, we're all connected in good weather. Guitar, ATIS. I guess we could have got it that way. Alright, we got all our fuel on board, 20.7. I see. Alright, fuel trucks disconnecting. Let's get our fuel going there. On. Get seatbelt signs on. Alright, let's get our information in. Alright, we got 20.5. get departure. Expecting runway 9. Guava 2 versus. Let's get progress page up. Covering with 550 something on the route. And arriving, I believe we're planning for runway 30. So we'll get that in for now. No star. We'll execute that. We got 550. Let's go legs page, get our route data when request. Nope, wrong thing. Load. Execute. Forecast. Load. Alright, that's all in. Legs page, we're good there. Let's go back to index. Get our N1 information in. Again, we're doing takeoff, D-rate takeoff. It's the one that's already selected. We're doing temp 55. We got D-rate takeoff. Select temp 55 over 26 OAT. It will be flaps 5. CG's already in. Grab your 573, and again our numbers are going to be 161, 166, 171. Alright, we got that in for runway 9. That checks out. Alright, we got our V-speeds in. We got our departure information in. Again, we're covering 550 miles to MKJP. Just make sure all of our waypoints are lined up on here. And that's the approach. So we're looking at there. We'll deal with that discontinuity once we get closer. Let's leave this on the takeoff page. Alright, where are we at on boarding? Looks like we got about half the folks on the flight here now. Still waiting for everyone else to get on board. Alright, we're out of here in about 16 minutes, 17 minutes, somewhere in there. Alright, we got that set. Alright, Addison, again, due to no auto brakes, switch will be set in the off mode. Our V speeds are going to be 161, 166, 171. Will be flaps 5, trim 5.73, and planning for runway 09.
Got it, Hatchet. Auto brakes off. V speeds are 161, 166, 171. Flaps 5, trim 5.73. Planning for runway 09er.
Got 10,000. Let's see. Alright, that's that. We got ground on standby. Let me see what the what things are supposed to look like for departure here. Let's see, around the time we leave. It's not going to be many departures. It's about 3 departures, so we should have a smooth, easy, quick taxi to get out of here. Got an ILS frequency up. Right, there's that. All right, we briefed the SID and we briefed our taxi already for what it should be. Let's see the ground ops. Let's get the maintenance guide out here. Everybody deferred that auto brakes issue. Deferred the overhead bin. Put in op stickers on it, and as well as that window shade and coach 14D. Let's see, we're within our 15 minutes. We'll start the APU as well. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. Where's the release? We're already on ramp. Barely hear that thing ringing. And flight deck to ground, starting the APU now.
Roger, APU start acknowledged.
Alright, we got that all set. Let's go. See if that's gonna move. Moves after we hit start. We got the low pressure. Get it on there. I don't think we're gonna hit APU at this point. It's loud. It's very loud out here on the ramp, so likely will not. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks with using the AIG is if I use too many of them, it starts making my audio pop and sound terrible, and starts to muffle it as well. But the other downside is using FSTL models. It's limited on models. That's why we see all those TWAs and the specialty liveries more than once. Oh, let's go APU on.
Welcome on board.
Alright, we're good there. And flight decks to ground. We have a good start on the APU. Please disconnect GPU and PCA.
GPU and PCA disconnected.
Alright, we're waiting for that. That was quick. Alright, that's out of there. Release the air. Research on. Get trim air on once we're holding short. 350 there. I'm pretty sure that's 0. APUG is good. Alright, we got that going. Chalks. So it's time to go. We can get out of here. I get to push out of here early, depending on how long it takes the passengers to complete boarding. Other than that, we're good to go. All right, go ahead and brief the departure.
Alright, Hatchet, here's the departure briefing. We'll be departing from runway 9er, flying the Guava 2 departure with an initial climb clearance to 10,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile with radar vectors to Bola, then as filed, climbing to flight level 350. Weather at departure shows wind 060 at 15 gusting 28. Visibility 10 miles. Few clouds at 4500. Broken clouds at 5500. In the event of an engine failure below 400, continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We've been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 2441, and departure frequency will be 120.5. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 161 knots, VR is 166 knots, and V2 is 171 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Alright, sounds good, Addison. Thank you. Alright. Let's see. Disgusting. I don't think it's going to give us the spots. Yeah, it doesn't show the spot numbers on here though. Alright, we just about got everyone boarded on. I think we still got like another 30 people to go. While that's happening, let's do I'll get out and go do a quick walk around, make sure everything's good. We come past you folks. Get the stairs. Pretty dark out there. Again, 3 Kilo Golf. Oh yeah, it's windy. Like I said, if we get the fan blades rolling on the 7.3, definitely windy outside. Smell of rain in the air and Jet A. Gotta get you going. got passengers there already on the plane. Still boarding as well. Emma, hello. Alright, looks like we just about got everybody good to go. Alright, let me see something here. Looks like we got just about everyone on here, or do have everyone on here. Let's see. Alright, looks like they're ready to go. Doors are closed. Folks in the back are ready to go. We'll get anti-collision light on. We've already briefed the departure. Get wing light on as well. Alright, jet bridge is pulled. Alright, let's get our push clearance. They're getting connected outside. Let's contact ground. South ground isn't busy at all. Haven't heard nothing from them. Hello ground, American 1082 gate Delta 32, ready to push and start.
American 1082, Miami ground, push and start approved, tail east.
Alright, push and start approved, tail east, American 1082, thank you. Alright, flight deck to ground. We got clear to push, tail east. They're ready to go down there. Let's go out the clock there on that side. We already got that going up top. We are golden. Alright, releasing parking brake now.
Roger, stand by.
push going. I also slowed down the push because it was a little faster than I'd liked it to be. Alright, they're getting us pushed. I believe this guy's parking at 41 there. Let's right to the road and then we'll get going. Alright, start engine number 1.
Roger, engine number 1 start acknowledged.
Alright, we're good there. Start number 1. Yeah, this push seems much more slower. I guess in some places it's much faster. It's 25. Parking brake is set.
Roger, parking brake set.
Again, auto brakes are staying off. Got none of this on station. Alright, good start on number 1. Looks good up top. Now let's get number 2 started. It's 25%. Alright, they're disconnecting out there. We got a good start on number 2. And power's good. And we got our wave off bypass pin is out. That on, that off. Auto. Got that back on, get that on. And Pro Pizza Auto. Got dampener coming on. Good there, let's get flaps 5. And when we trim 573, let's round it up to 6. Got that going. Again, flaps 5. Flaps 5 coming in. Again, no auto brakes. That stays in the off position. Alright, flaps 5 and green. Set. Get that going there. Let's do flight controls check. Right. Left. Forward. Aft. Rudder right. Left. Speed brakes. Good. Alright, we're squared away there. We got information Lima. Let's see. Let's update that. Get it updated one. The sign is not available. Give me a new one. For some reason it was a new one. Let's see. What is it? $33.95. As usual, I was gonna do that stupidness. $33.67. Oh, we already did have the right one. Why are we not hearing it? Saying tension's not working. You should be hearing it. Stupid thing ain't working. We'll just go with information limit. If it's not correct, they'll just have to tell. Alright, so we're on ground frequency. We're out of the ramp. We get tower up. What did he say our departure frequency is? Oh, 20.5. Alright, 20.5 set. Alright, we're on ground frequency. Alright, tower, ground, all set. Let's get taxi in.
Good afternoon.
No one inbound for our terminal right now. My brakes. Need to be in there by 1821.
5,000.
That says we're lined up for spot 14. Push. slide over to the other line. We'll slide back over because Echo 4 is on its way. It'll be coming in on this inside line as well. Got the envoy pushed out there. Left. No road traffic. Hello, ground, American 1082. We have ATIS information Lima at spot 13, ready to taxi to runway 09.
American 1082, Miami ground, runway 9er taxi via Yankee 1, Yankee, hold short of runway 30, then Sierra, Sierra 1.
Alright, runway 9er via Yankee 1, Yankee, hold short of runway 30, then Sierra, Sierra 1, American 1082. Alright, we're on Yankee 1 now. Get lights up.
35.17, quarter punch.
Oh, that Echo 4 actually ended up going on the other side, so we're good. Left. Say Yankee 1, Yankee. Tax across Yankee or Yankee 1, Yankee. I don't like this page. Let me get the other page back up. Yankee, 30, we holding, oh, 30 there. And Sierra, yeah, basically what I had already said. Alright, clear the left. Clear left. And right.
American 1082, cross runway 30, then continue taxi via Sierra, Sierra 1.
Alright, we'll cross runway 30 and continue taxiing Sierra, Sierra 1, American 1082. Clear left and right. It's downtown Miami. Looking very nice. . right here. Stupid fuel truck. Freaking fuel truck. Alright, clear left. Have the max inbound. Tam over there. Cabin crew take seats for departure. Those will seem so sensitive. Throttles, we get trim air on, that's already on auto. Alright, Addison, you have the radios now. We are departing within the
Alright, I've got the radios now.
We got min fuel takeoff of 17.9. We got 20.3. We're good. We're still flaps 5. Trim still set to 5.73. And we get that going. I don't know if we hit the switch yet. Let's switch over to tower.
Miami Tower, good afternoon, American 3175, on the ILS, runway 9er. Runway 9er, clear to land, American 3175.
Who's this fella on the approach? How far out is he? Clear right and left. A little bit of a taxi here. See him out there on final. I saw him on final. Just Quite a taxi. I didn't realize it was going to be this long of a taxi getting down here. Did tell us Sierra 1. Alright, it's 18:21 is our off time. Yeah, cruise it is. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get that scenery to test it out just yet. We still got to fly back to Miami too, so I'll still get a chance to try to get that one to see and test it out. How far does this go on final? It's like 3 mile final now. Did you get a chance to use the that ARS program, the app? Alright, he's landing now. Got somebody in trouble behind him. We're gonna try to get out before that guy gets here. Tower American 1082 holding short runway 09er at Sierra 1
Tower
ready for
American
departure.
3202 with you on the ILS 9. Runway 9 clear land.
82 Miami Tower, runway 9er, wind 050 at 15, gusting 26. RNAV baller cleared for takeoff.
Runway 9er, RNAV baller, cleared for takeoff. American
He's on
1082.
final. We got time to get out before he lands. Make sure this guy clears the runway down here. Alright, he's exiting down there at the end, I can see. Alright, he's good. Let's go. Got our clock started. It's 40%. Other guys on like a 5 mile final behind us, so we're good. We got 20.1 again on the fuel, well above minimum takeoff fuel. We're good there. Alright, it's 40%. Engine instruments all look stable. And let's go to.
Power cargo HP1.
Checked.
For the inbound for the
Only 3 minutes past the actual departure time. Off time. Let's hold. Check.
Clear land, runway 9 3202.
On debris.
Gear up. That wind catching us there.
American 1082, contact departure.
Coming off microphone ball. Clear for the visual approach, 908.
Clear for the visual 908,
Flaps 1.
Departure, American 1082. Good afternoon, climbing through 1500.
American 1082,
Miami
Miami departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000 right heading 145, vectors taller, then on course.
Check marks looking, Mexico.
Charlie Golf, Mexico Golf, contact Miami Executive Tower, 118.9.
189, good day, Mexico. Yeah.
Alright, flaps up.
Climb and maintain 12,000. Right heading 145, vectors to Baller, then on course. American 1082.
12,000 set.
American 1082, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Let's go command A on.
Climb and maintain flight level 210. American 1082.
210 set. Miami, Florida. As we go into the cloud shift.
American 1082, just a heads up that we had an aircraft near your position. Report light chop about 4 minutes ago at flight level 50.
Copy that. Alright, got a cabin climb rate. System is pressurized. Look good. Copy that, American 1082.
Attention, all aircraft Aiders Delta is current at Miami Executive.
Good.
American 1082, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. American 1082.
Engine instruments all look good and stable. It's 10,000. Get the remaining lights out.
Dear guests, we have now reached a safe altitude. The use of approved electronic devices is permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for flying with American Airlines.
Pretty smooth, easy takeoff out of there. Isn't bad.
American 1082, contact Homestead approach on 123.8.
Contacting Homestead approach on 123.8. American 1082.
November 373, Romeo Sierra, Miami approach up.
Homestead approach. American 1082. Good afternoon. 1000 for flight level 260.
Got a temperature
American
inversion of
1082,
15. Now
Homestead
it's
approach.
plus
Good
22
afternoon.
where we are.
November 373, Romeo Sierra, Miami approach, how do you hear?
Miami, number 373, Romeo Sierra, level 3,000 feet, 350 in the heading.
November 373, Romeo Sierra, Miami approach, climb and maintain 12,000, Miami altimeter 3019.
12,000, 370 room is here.
American 1082, climb and maintain flight level 300.
370 room is here.
Climb and maintain flight level 300. American 1082.
room is here, good rate for 12.
We'll give it to you, 370 room is here.
All right, I have the radios now.
Cross school at 2000, cleared RNAV 9 or left approach.
All right, Hatchet, you've got the radios now.
Should start getting a CPD once we get above 18.
November 4 Papa Delta, contact Miami Executive Tower 118.9.
Alright, we're gonna go.
315 though, still pressurizing. Normally, overhead panel looks good. Pretty standard up top.
November 3 Romeo Sierra, clear direct Flamingo, contact departure 126.185, let them know you're direct Flamingo.
2685, direct Flamingo, 370 room is here.
Check.
American 1082, contact Miami Center on 133.85.
Miami Center on 3385, American 1082.
11263, Miami approach, Miami altimeter 3019, what's your final requested altitude?
Flight level 230.
11263, climb and maintain 16,000.
Go ahead and go standard now. Hello, Miami Center, American 1082, passing flight level 180, climb in flight level 300.
American 1082, Miami Center. Good afternoon.
Check, check, check. Just checking my audio on my phone here, make sure it's actually good. Should be. Alright, I hear it now. Slight delay, but we're good. Alright, climb and maintain 350 is what we just received. Set. Again, should be a short flight here. Like I said, we'll only be at cruise for about 30 minutes before we start our descent into Kingston. Hey Addison, have you flown to Kingston, Jamaica before?
Yeah, Hatchet. I've flown to Kingston a few times. It's a beautiful approach over the water. Looking forward to it.
Nice. This will be my first time here in a long time. I don't even remember the last time I was here.
Ah, Kingston's a beaut. You'll love the approach over the water. It's been a while for me too, but it's always a treat.
Nice. Got Addison in the FOC with us. Yeah, from what I've seen on the pictures, it looks pretty good. All right, we're getting ready to exit a departure now. Get rid of this stuff. Arrival. We actually even have a overview of the airport, so we'll get to kind of talk about that. Star, again, we have no star. We'll get the ILS 1, 2, maybe even that, and RNAV 30. And let's get the overview and runway site picture. Also, let's get the alternate information. That. In case we have to divert. Let's see, are we doing a arrival into? All right, yeah, be Lenar 7. Grab that. RMP 25 just in case, and ILS 7. I got an overview here. Grab both of those as well. Alright, fuel's out. Center tank. We'll go, then we'll get the seatbelt signs off now. White caps on the water down there. And the ship below us. Yeah, unfortunately we lost the ATC coverage over Havana. We got no ATC coverage over Kingston. So what we are going to do, we're going to turn on the chatter from say intentions. So we got something we can hear. hear something there. All right, through flight level 280. All right, weather, uniform 1800 Zulu, route departing runway 12, winds 140 at 8. That sounds right. Looks like we'll probably be landing 12. Just kind of look over some things here. Make sure there's not any specific runways they'd rather us land. We got a runway threshold of distance as well. One, 2, 78, 89. So 100 foot, looks like 100 foot difference, maybe 50 foot threshold it looks like. Likely going to be max brakes since we got no auto brakes. Well, we're manual braking. Forget about that. There's no max brakes, anything. It'll be our brakes. Using our feet and reversers. I think we're going to plan to land with flaps 40 as well. Possibly. We'll see. 7.
Asian November.
Oh, there it goes. It started working. Passing some near traffic up here. We do got a HGS up here. Departure flight, contact tower, all checks as normal. Ramp. So like I said, I am using the freeware version of this airport. It's the default airport, but slightly updated a little bit, make it look a little bit more alive. Looks pretty cool to me. That's parking spots, and we got no star. Possibly going to be playing the ILS if the weather is doing what it's doing. Let's also run this. And let's get the we got the tap. Oh, let's see. There's a contact Havana Center on 3335. Hello, Havana Center, American 1082, climbing, or passing, flight level 330, climbing, flight level 350.
American 1082, Havana Center. Good afternoon.
Alright, let's see if we can get the TAF report. There's the TAF. 830. Man, that's a long read. Says Zulu, arriving, departing runway 12, winds 140 at 8, visibility 0, 1030 over 23, QNH 1014. Alright, we're doing QNH over here. Alright, we're coming up on 350, 24 minutes in, about 3 minutes past the time we're supposed to reach cruise, but all is good. Transition level 18,000, localizer signal may be unreliable. Monitor closely for guidance. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested, the typical readout. Alright, we got that. Alright, we're at cruise. Looking good. Red panel's good. No issues up top.
American 1082, letting you know, about 40 minutes ago, we had an aircraft near you
Dear
report
guests,
moderate
the cabin
turbulence
crew
at
will
flight
now
level
begin the snack and
330.
beverage service. We have some delightful options for you.
Copy that, American 1082. Right now at flight level 350, we are smooth there, no turbulence, no icing.
American Airlines.
There's that the winds 81. We're doing 481. We're getting 20 knots, a little under 20 knots off that 80 knots there. Bill Sim is. Oh, yeah. I went to go again. Went to go watch it again last night. And the stream was gone. Or did it? So is it crashing on him? Is that what happened? It crashed again? Alright, so we're going to be playing for, let's see, MKJP, the ILS 12. DME approach there. Oh, it was laggy. Oh, I did go back and saw that he was doing a, like he said he was doing a FPS test or something. Right, 109.1. I did see that one though. Throw that up. Got ATIS on standby. Let's see. Final approach course 123. said, around MLY VOR. Where we're coming from is 9,500 feet. All right, make sure that. Kingston, that checks the first one. But yeah, Cruz, did you get to test out that ACARS? Well, if you're flying the CEOs, you're probably using the real ACARS for that. But yeah, if you jump in like a jet, Learjet or something, do some GA jets, you got ACARS there for the CPDLC with that. Again, you're in 2024, so you should have all of that stuff now in the 7.3s as well, since it's updated with it now. Unless you're flying like a fly-by-wire airplane, or well, no, I think the fly-by-wire works with real ACARS as well. I'm not sure what plane you'd use to even need that program. All right, Sam, we should arrive around 1942 and 11.7, it says. We need to be there around between 1456 and 1956. We need to be in by 1956 to 2004. Oh wow, I happened to get an entire row open, which only because, actually, hold on, let's see, they may still be loading in. See, sheets, yep, they're still loading in, that's what it was. Oh, we got lightning down there? Alright, let's finish getting this stuff set up. We got, let's see, 278.
Hey, Captain Hatchet. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack while you're up here?
Sure, I'll take a bottle of water, thank you.
Understood, Captain. I'll bring a bottle of water to the flight deck now.
Alright, 278, we are HPNA. The transition altitudes and levels are pretty much the same as US. We got airport elevation 18, runway's 8. So we'll definitely have an upsloping runway, it looks like. Standard 3 degree. The heck is SALs? I forgot what SALs stand for. Pappy 1000, right turn, and then whatever they give us, I guess. No intercept. 17 DME MLY VOR arc 4000. Put that on standby here. What is it? 15.5. Put that on standby.
Captain, here is your bottle of water. Is there anything else you need while I'm here?
That's it for now. Also, do we have any passengers that's going to require assistance once we arrive in Jamaica? SMSFS fixed their clouds. They look
Currently,
weird in
there
a
are no
way.
passengers
And
requiring
yes,
assistance for our arrival in Jamaica.
yes, I wish they
I'll
would
keep
as well.
monitoring and let you know if anything changes.
I definitely understand that. Like I said, for me, active sky at least make them look like actual cloud structures. For me, it sucks looking at the clouds. And to me, it looks like the way I describe how the Microsoft cloud structures look. It looks like someone just pulled apart a bunch of cotton and just threw it in the sky. Like, yes, they're clouds, but they don't really form correctly as real clouds form. It was like, sure, it can look good and make it almost look like real life, but the way they're structured are not the way real clouds are structured. Again, another part of the reason why I'd rather use active sky, so I at least get cloud structures a little bit more correctly modeled of how they should look. But who knows? Hopefully they'll get that all figured out soon enough. Hopefully. All right, top of the descent in 1920. Yeah, it's like 20 minutes from now. 50, a little over 20 minutes from now. Let's see. 4,000 Kenyo, DME 17, MLY, then hold. Hold that, Salco. Okay, so right turn and we go back to Salak. And it looks like we'll do a parallel entry, turn back around to join the fix for right turns. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see where we're going to intercept at. Is it MLY? Zanan, I think. It's not going to be 1-3. It's going to be 1-2 now. Asita. Let's see. I can get that initial approach fix. Have boo. I'll just go all the way out to Fable. It'll buy some time. Have boo is on there. Let's see. Initial fix. Where we're coming from the north. So yeah, we do have boo. Execute. Let's see, plan page. If we're coming from this way, we may have to do Santa, but it doesn't bring. Oh, yes it does. Alright, we can just go straight to that. Skip half boot. Be fine. Otherwise we'll go there and then make the sweeper turn and come back in and join. Might work. We'll leave it as such. Still in the Havana Center. Let's look at our performance. Landing. 1, 2. That's what the ADA says. 146. Hold on, that's our max landing weight. Supposed to be landing 145.8. 146.3. Yeah, we're right on the money there with the weight as of right now. Let's see what we get with this. Reversers, we got no auto brakes. We max manual. Those are operational. And 140 at 13. At least we have a nice headwind to help slow us down. Wait, yeah, it'll be, let's get that to 300. Take as long to slow down with max manual. Let's see. Yeah, we can leave it at flaps 30. Then we'll be 162. Be braking as needed. 30, 294, 162, and flaps 30 is what it looks like we'll be rolling with. See what our descent speed is. Now we're not going to do that. We'll do at least 280 since we don't have a rival to roll in on. I don't want to be coming in hot. We'll do that. Looks like it'll be a little bit earlier. I forgot. So it's 162. Again, no auto brakes. All right, Addison, we're going to be planning for the ILS 12 approach. Minimums will be 278. Will be flaps 30. Approach speed 162. And again, will be manual braking with reversers. No auto brakes.
Got it, Hatchet. Planning for ILS 12. Minimums 278. Flaps 30. Approach speed 162. Manual braking with reversers. No auto brakes.
Alright, we're on 19. That checks out. Supposed to be arriving with what fuel? Let's see. Hey, we're going to be starting our descent in about 20 minutes.
Understood, Captain. I'll prepare for arrival shortly.
Supposed to arrive with 11.1. 11.9, about 800 total. We should be fine though. Be like 30 to 50 pounds is what it shows. It looks like it'll be that we'll be overweight, which is fine. We shouldn't have any issues with that. I also got some updated MEL CDL stuff that I gotta download. I got it all, grabbed it all this morning from work. They've updated it for the 2026 version of the MEL CDL. It's a lot easier to get to them of how they have it set up now. So that was pretty cool to see. Much easier to access and get to set everything up. About PDF, I can get rid of the other ones that I have taking up space. Actually, I'll probably keep them and just add the new revision ones. That too is how I saw our issues we had on this aircraft. So they actually fly the Astrojet today to this destination that we flew the other day, 3 Juliet Papa. When I looked at the flights out of Miami to Kingston, Jamaica, I recognized that tail sign. I was like, I'm pretty sure I got that tail number. And sure enough, it's the Astrojet that they're flying in here today. And I believe they've already flown here, or already landed or so. Because I think it was a morning flight. It was pretty cool to see. This is my, yeah, that's working. Why is this not working? This is supposed to be on. Let's see, disable effects. That should not be one of them. Let's see. It's general turbulence. Yeah, that should be working. I don't know why that was not on. We'll turn that on too. I don't have it turned off, so. It's weird because it's not a. Actually, too, let's go over the overview. Y'all forgot about that. Let's get that back up. I didn't get to go over that yet before we got here. Alright, first let's look at our site picture. Let's do that. Runway 12. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Got the canal right there going out to the waterway. And we're landing on the carrier. Basically doing the carrier landing out here. That's going to be nice. Runway characteristics may cause it to become slippery when wet. This runway uses a right-hand traffic pattern. Visual vertical guidance. PAPI lights is 3 degrees. Circling to land is not authorized north of the extended runway centerline. Localizer is offset by 3 degrees. And it's wild because even on the payware version of this, people were commenting that the localizer is offset, that it's not correct. It's not lining right up with the runway, and somebody who I guess is local to there had to comment on there saying that it's supposed to be that way. It's literally set up that way. And even on the freeware version, I think people were complaining about that. And again, it's literally right here in the charts. It's offset by 3 degrees to the left. So we'll be lined up to be slightly offset. Which some LNAV approaches are like that as well. In the certain places, offset, you come in at an angle, which is why you want to get down to that minimum descent altitude as quick as possible, so you can hopefully break out, get the runway in sight, get lined up with it, and be up instead of wait to the last minute. Wind shear may be encountered on final approach to this runway, especially in the afternoon, and we are arriving in the afternoon. Let's see if we end up getting runway 30, which we shouldn't. Oh, that's just as nice. Let's see. Not authorized, extended. That's just as beautiful. All right, let's look at our overview. All right, Norman Manley International Airport is located along the southeastern coastline of Jamaica Island. This island is mostly mountainous with peaks rising above 2,500 feet on the western end to above 7,000 feet on the eastern end. The airport is on a narrow strip of land that forms the south side of Kingston Harbor. Most of the runway environment is built on reclaimed land and is bordered by water. To the northeast, terrain rises 7,402 feet within 14 nautical miles to the northwest. A man-made structure is at 2,800 feet within 9 nautical miles. Got birds concentration, may be on the grass verges of the runway. Possibility of unauthorized and uncontrolled flights over Jamaica and within 12 nautical miles of its coastline. Wonder what these guys are doing running on the down the coast. Let's see. The runway is uneven and pools of standing water may develop after heavy rains. All maneuvering must be done south of the airport due to high terrain and obstacle northwest, northeast of the airport. Dogs intrusions may occur on the movement area. Dogs, it's island life, I guess. Flight over Port Royal, 3 miles west, is not permitted below 1,500 feet. Prohibited areas are located between 2 and 5 nautical miles northwest and north of the airport. Restricted area MK-004 is located 14 nautical miles southwest, and restricted area MK-006 is located within 7 nautical miles northeast of the airport. Seasonal data represents average monthly values. Obstruction to visibility, mostly due to haze and smoke, is common throughout the year, averaging 6 days per month. Hurricane season is from June to November. So we're getting here before that, with peak activity occurring in September. All right, precipitation amount, where we fall in, March through May. 3.6 inches. And other precipitation, 2 days, thunderstorms. It's the second lowest. RMC less than 1%. That's across the board. Prevailing winds out the east, 13 knots. Yeah, we'll definitely be landing 1-2 in. Lowest temperature is 23 Celsius. High temperature is 29 Celsius. And it gets up to 31 between June and August. And precipitation, 129 centimeters or 50 inches. Winds are from the east, northeast in August through September. This is Sangster. I feel like we've flown in the Montego Bay before. I don't recall if we have, but I feel like we have. Let's see, RMP isn't really much of an RMP. It's just a regular there's LNAV VNAV approach. Oh, what is it? LPV. We're coming up on top of descent. Geez, they haven't given us anything yet for where we are. No new update or anything. And Havana Center, American 1082, we are approaching our top of descent.
American 1082, clear Kilo 3, LiveX transition into Manly. When you're ready, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Since when did we get an arrival? I don't have an arrival. Make sure we didn't have, I don't believe we had an arrival. Yeah, it was just LiveX. Alright, when ready, we'll descend and maintain flight level 250, American 1082. See if we're going to get a gate. We haven't received the gate information yet. 250. Let me see what that arrival looks like, because we do not have it. It hasn't switched us over, handed us off yet either. Contact Kingston on 28-1. Code.
Folks, we've begun our approach to Norman Manley International Airport.
Hello, Kingston Center, American 1082. We are descending to LIBEX down to 25,000.
American 1082, Kingston Center, good afternoon.
I guess we'll find out what our gate is when we land, or a little closer maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten anything yet, but this other... Oh. Ah, that's the off speed. I guess that's pretty much what we have. I guess that is the arrival. Basically what we're expecting. MLY above 5,000. Showing from there. We expect to send 1939. That's already late. We've already started our descent. And again, another day of our bit rates running perfectly fine. No issues with our bit rates whatsoever. Alright, you have the radios.
I've got the radios now, Hatchet.
Go ahead and brief the arrival.
We'll be arriving at Norman Manley International on runway 12 using the ILS approach, flying the Keynote 3 arrival. Transition level is 180. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS for runway 12. Weather shows winds 140 at 13 knots, visibility 10, temperature 30 degrees. In case of a missed approach, we'll follow the published procedure. Squawk code is 2441. Approach frequency will be 120.6. Flaps 30 for landing. Final approach speed 162 knots. Ready for the arrival, Hatchet.
10-14. Alright, that's set. What is wrong with this stupid thing? be having us descend way too late. And Kingston Center, we've already started our descending to flight level 250 now.
American 1082, descend flight level 250,
I feel like they're going to end up keeping us high.
Descending flight level 250, American 1082.
So we'll see how long they keep us up here. Weather on his side, and we're going to get to rain on my side. And we can stay here for a while because we need to burn off some of our fuel anyway. Make sure we get below what we need to land with. Sit here for as long as they leave us here, I guess. See what they do bringing us in. What's up, Alex? Welcome in. Cool deal, Caleb. Let's see. It's an 11.8. You know, let me throw the brakes on. Make it speed up a little bit. Cooking. Let's see, I just want to burn some of this gas down. Make sure we at least arrive with our correct fuel. Well, let's see, zero fuel weight was 134.5 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, what were we? 134.5, 11.8, what, 3, that'd be still right. That'd be actually right at 3, so we're good. Right at 300, we don't have to burn off anymore. That puts us now slightly under, so we're good there. And Kingston Center, America, 1082, we'd like to get lower. We're getting close.
American 1082, descend flight level 160.
Descend flight level 160. Oh, she's going to answer. I forgot about that.
Descending flight level 160, American 1082.
Yo, what's up, FNL? Welcome in. say it looks like it's not moving. Let's see. All right. Hopefully we can get in here and get down here. We should be good. We're not on this arrival. We're not going to use it. We are going to LIBEX. See if that has MLY at that speed. I mean, at that altitude. Yeah, it says 5,500. This has 5,000. LIBEX says 30. Oh, you know what? Let me set that for 5. Oh, no, that's not right. Let's see. Doesn't even show us coming in over there. MLY. LIBEX to MLY. Oh, no, we're going to Zenith. And into... Oh, that's Zenith there. LIBEX to have blue. Let's see. Oh, we're going way out there. That's why. That's 8,000. Let's take that off. We need to go to Zenith. There's no point in going way out there. Do that. Alright, 5,500 says 17 DME arc. Let's throw the brakes out. We're gonna throw it on for the VOR. We got it. We'll see if it rolls with this DME arc. I kind of doubt that it will. But we shall see. Down. That's slowing down like that on purpose. Not for any other goofy reason. I guess we have reached that point. Make sure it doesn't keep going below 240. It definitely should. We'll roll with that to slow down. Let's go flaps just in case. Nope, what are you doing?
Approach, American 1082. Good afternoon, descending flight level 190 for 16,000.
American 1082, Manly approach identified. Howdy, expect the ILS runway 12 approach into Manly.
Expecting the ILS runway 12 approach into Manly. American 1082.
That's just now getting it. It'll disconnect shortly. 16, they definitely have to get us lower. You know what, in saying that, let's slow down some more. Get all the way down to I don't see us being able to get down fast enough for this. Let's see, we actually get even lower from flaps.
Shortcut pursuit. Descend altitude 10,000 feet. Turn left heading 025 vectors for the ILS runway. 12 approach. QNH 1013.
Is that for us? Alright, brakes up. Alright, we're logged off. Oh, that wasn't for us, that was somebody else then. We're gonna be too high. And Manly approach American 1082. We need to get lower. We're too high.
American 1082. Descend at your discretion.
What? I swear.
Descending at our discretion. American 1082.
Back out.
Cyber 47. Climb flight level 290.
Let's go flaps 5. Let's throw belts on. Miles out. DME. I doubt we can get down in time. Got 2800. Alright, finally got our gate. We're going to gate 8. Couldn't fly that to save its life. It just overshot it. Can't fly a DME for anything. Let's throw the gear down and descend faster.
Turn left heading 350.
I'm turning left that way.
Left heading 350. American 1082.
Around. Let's do that, man. Let's do it. Bring that back up.
Folks, we are now beginning our final approach into Kingston.
Yeah, we're just now getting below 10,000.
Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your seatbelt is fastened and your seat is in the full upright position. Our assigned gate is Terminal Gate 8. The weather in Kingston is warm with a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. Thank you for flying with American Airlines.
We'll also get the APU on. It's going to be a short taxi. Seatbelt signs are already on. Yeah, she's going to bring us back around. I realized the headage you just gave me. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We're way too high. Alright, Lewis is 45. Try to give us a left back around for what, 28? Yeah. Yep. She's not sending me out too far. Don't get too low here. 35 is the lowest. Get that. We'll stay at 4,000. Let's see what she's gonna do with this. See how she goes back in. 26. And Manley approach American 1082. Are you going to give us heading back to the approach course?
American 1082, turn left, heading 325.
325.
American 1082, turn left, heading 225.
Left heading 325. American 1082.
She's gonna leave us hanging out here. We're geared down and everything still.
American 1082, 13 miles from CI Bug. Turn left heading 175, descend altitude 2, 800 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 12
She sounds
approach.
real. Alright, we're back within
Left
range.
heading 225. American 1082. Left heading 175. Descend to 2,800 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 12 approach. American 1082.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing. On the approach. localizer, glide slope armed. Flaps 5. Swing us around right around this mountain here. I see the runway out there.
2500.
At least approach lights anyway. Well, it helped us burn the fuel down to make sure we land with our correct fuel. Alright, so let's see. Right now, but gate 8 is going to be in here at on the east side of the terminal there. Alright. Again, we still got the runway in sight there. No traffic flying around out here right now. There. Localizer. Get the glide slope.
American 1082, contact Manley Tower on 118.65.
Contacting Manley Tower on 118.65, American 1082.
162.
Manley Tower, American 162. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway 12 approach.
She already called in again. We're offset.
American 1082, Manley Tower, roger. Continue approach.
Wrong thing.
American 1082, runway 12, winds 140 at 13. Cleared to land.
We got our clears to land.
Runway 12 cleared to land. American 1082.
Capture the glide slope here. Rate flaps 30. We're good. Yeah, I see you using the emotes there, F&L. Cool. 150, 160 max. I also fly here every now and then. Yeah, so I know how to. Oh, there you go. All right, we got the glide slope now. Let's go 4,000 for the go around. 162, 175 on the head and 4,000 on the go around. We're right at the limit. We got 6 knots though, but it's not adding up too greatly to what it was showing. All right, 30 and green on the flaps, 3, no red on the gear. Lights are all on. We got the APU you're already on. And the switches are on continuous. Folks in the back are already seated. We got our clearance to land as well. Slows down to there. Alright, mod controls, mod throttles. We got the auto brakes armed. We can get lined up, and again, we're about 3 degrees off the runway there. Make sure the winds don't pick up on us. Should be good. This is very nice.
$1,000.
It's off for the left. Pushes off. Alright, we're stabilized. Get somewhat lower here.
Light slow.
Manual braking.
Light slow.
Visual. Landing here at night's got to be pretty intimidating. This would definitely feel like landing on a carrier. Continuing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers. And we'll be manual braking with it. It's 100 knots, 80 knots, 70, 60, reversers out. Nice, nice, nice. Say you had 110, 2. Let me see, what's today? Today's my Friday, or tonight's my Friday. Taking off at night wouldn't be that fun. It'd be landing here at night.
American 1082, exit at Delta if able. Contact ground on 121.7.
Let's see, we already got the APU on. She's got the radios.
Exit at Delta if able. Switching to ground on 121.7. American 1082.
Time is 1950.
Manly ground, American 1082. Good afternoon, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Yeah, it'd be fun to land here at night, though.
American 1082, Manly ground, taxi to Terminal Gate 8 via Echo Alpha. Good day.
Hey, that sounds like Scarborough. That's who he sounds like.
Folks, welcome to Kingston. Did you know that Kingston is home
via
to the
Echo
Bob
Alpha.
Marley Museum,
American
which celebrates the life
1082.
and legacy of the reggae legend? Thank you for flying with American Airlines. Please remain seated until we have come to a complete stop at the gate.
Alright, that's
On
off.
behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with American Airlines. The local time here is 2:49 p.m.
We'll get these set to
For those with connections,
Hi.
please note the following. Flight 235 to New York City departs at 3:15 p.m. from Gate A, and Flight 350 to Toronto departs at 3:30 p.m. from
That's
Gate B.
auto. Alright, we're good. Flaps coming up. Flaps is up. Alright, we're going to Gate 8. Yeah, true that, FNL. Thank you. Have both runways. Deshaun's brother. Now, Deshaun's too laid back. Deshaun's more New York. This guy sounds like Scarborough. That flies the FO seats. That's who he sounds like. Let's see. See where we're going to the gate. out what this guy's holding for right here. He's in the way. See, he actually is here. I think he may have just pushed out the gate. Maybe waiting for him to slide. Should be turning around to go the opposite direction. Should be. Shows him in another aircraft in front of us. So yeah, we're supposed to be in the gate at 1956 to 2004. So we'll see how we still got some time here too. All right, didn't have to do a go around. Wait and see what's going on with him. I think he just pushed out the gate there, so we'll wait for him to get going. Got Copa Airlines over there, I see. So steady. Yeah, all right, now he's on the move. Like I said, this is the default with some upgraded features from a flightsim.to profile. It actually looks very nice. I like it. I almost wasn't going to get it at first. And I was like, let me try it. I'll check it out, see what it does. Freaking jet bridges, though. All right, we're to the gate now. All right, drop you back off. But I got it this morning when I got off work just to give it a go, see what it does. It actually isn't bad. Not too bad. Alright, there's 3 minutes. We'll shut down number 2. We're right at 10.3 on the fuel. We're supposed to arrive with 10 and some change. We're on time. We're supposed to be in the gate 2 minutes from now. Got Air Canada out here. It's 28 Celsius, so not bad. Yeah, I may, I don't know, I guess if you load up here at the airport, the jet bridges load up fine. But for some reason, flying into here, as we see, they're missing sections of the jet bridge. Very weird. Yep, now go near your gate, buddy. Got everybody out here right now trying to get us to come into the gate. And this is actually the gate that American parks at when they fly here, is gate 8. And that's what they assigned us. It's pretty cool to see. I was expecting them to give us any gate. They definitely assigned us the correct one. Alright, it says 14, but it, or 16, but it actually is gate 8. It's a weird parking. Got carts floating in the air. Brake is on. See, our JetBridge should not be moving right now. Off. And we'll get anti-collision light off. It's gonna be hot back here for a minute, folks. But welcome to Jamaica. That's already off up there. And good there. Stop the clock, 6 minutes to the gate. Stop the other clock. Alright, so an hour 58 minutes is what we got. Clear that out. And an hour 26 minutes of flight time. Alright, JetBridge connected. I'll be connecting the ground power. We get the APU off here. Let's see, make sure they get it connected. Yeah, Air Caribbean. The max at that. I don't know if they're going to connect it or not. I'd be good if it's at the chalks. And clear out this hour and some change there.
Folks, we have now parked at the gate. Please make sure to collect all your personal belongings. On behalf of all of us at American Airlines, thank you for flying with us. Welcome to Kingston.
Alright, ground power's connected. APU going off. Aft off. And lights off as well. But yeah, so getting here, they report as well that the auto brakes are not working, so it'd go in the logbook from the maintenance techs that are here as well. No. How do we leave the airplane all the way out there somewhere? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. I forgot the camera back in Miami. That'll do it. Quest ground power again. Get that back on. I won't use that camera then. That should reconnect. It may reconnect. Maybe not. I'll get that back on. Let me see if GSX configures itself to get these people off of here. Yeah, we forgot to bring the camera with us. Alright, should be good. That's all squared away. Make sure my parking brake is still set. It is. Set that to 2000. And change. Is it going to restart? Let me do this so we can get these people off of here. All right, we had a good landing rate. That was pretty fun. Beautiful approach. I enjoyed that approach. What's this girl's name? Oh. All right, Addison, we're at the gate. You want to give a debrief of the flight?
Sure thing, Hatchet. We had a smooth flight from Miami to Kingston. The landing was a beauty. Rated 8 out of 10 with a landing rate of 901 FPM. We followed the Keynote 3 arrival and executed the ILS approach for runway 12 perfectly. Weather was cooperative with winds at 140 at 13 knots. All systems performed well, and we're now safely at Gate 8. Great job.
Sounds good. Alright, we'll just go to this camera. It's our other camera. The drone was left in Miami. Alright, so like I said, it's a default scenery, but it's been updated. Hey, at least all our jet bridges are connected right now. They actually work now. So I guess that helped us to some extent. But yeah, they the freeware scenery added quite a bit of stuff to it. Like all the trees and the buildings back there, and I think there's some other buildings back around here somewhere that it's added and did some stuff to the default one. So that actually looks pretty good. Not terrible looking. So that was a good flight. Wasn't bad at all. I enjoyed that flight. Pretty non-eventful. Had the typical weather leaving out of Miami. And other than that, we were in cruise for about 30 minutes. Approach brought us in way higher than they should have, which made sense why they sent us, gave us a left turn heading to let us keep descending, and then brought us back in for the approach. So that was good to see that it recognized that at the least. Company assigned us gate 8. That's where we parked. We're getting this full boat of people off of here of 172 passengers. Like I said, we're fully booked on this flight. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, for sure, Caleb. Appreciate you flying. You say you exited on number 2, man. That's why you had two G-force. You made sure to plant that joker on the runway. But yeah, the write-ups we have for this airplane leaving Miami was a broken overhead bin, a seat 14D window shade was broken, so it had to stay closed the whole time. And then we had auto brakes INOP on this aircraft. It had a 161. Yeah, the 161 that's cool, but your G-force is what matters. The passengers don't feel 161. They don't feel 350 something. They feel the G-force. And what do we have? Let me see. What do we have? I think I was just like 1.6. So that kind of gives you some perspective there. Let me see my landings. We have 137, and our G-force is 102. You made the first available left toward the... Oh, okay. So it was like the first turn off. So it was toward the end, but you didn't have to go to the end. Gotcha. So we had a 2-knot headwind. We had a crosswind of 1.3 and a side slip to the left, I guess, to kind of correct that. No bounces. We haven't had a bounce since this flight in the TBM a month ago. And before that again was in the TBM again a few days before that. So not too terrible. But yeah, again, appreciate you flying. FNL, appreciate you stopping by. Glad you like the emotes and they're working. And again, anybody that's channel members can use the emotes. Like I said, I'll probably be changing those out. You know, if I find something else that I'd like to use, and add those, at least until we can add more in the future. We'll probably do that. Right now, I think the ones we got are cool. We'll keep them, use them. But yeah, other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all flying along. Cruz stopped by early, appreciate you as well. And a new guy that stopped in was Alex. Appreciate you as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the flight. Come back, enjoy some more. Our next flight, again, we're leaving here going right back to Miami, which will probably be in the when I get off work again. We'll knock that flight out going back to Miami, and then of course schedule up here. The rest of the schedule we have, where we're going after we go to Miami. I think this is our only flag route for the schedule. I don't want to see logbook. This thing takes forever to open up. All right, we go to St. Louis. St. Louis from there. Then, geez, all our flying is Miami. Then St. Louis back to Miami. Then we get the long transcon flight from Miami to LAX in the 777. The 777 we have on the schedule. This schedule is actually pretty good. There's different routes. So we go to LA. We'll leave LA and go to Atlanta. We'll do that sometime next week. We'll do our flight tomorrow, even though tomorrow's my day off, but I still work into my day off. So we'll fly back to Miami, and then we'll pick up Miami to St. Louis on Sunday, either Saturday or Sunday. Once I go back to work, that's what we'll do. But other than that, appreciate y'all flying along, and hope y'all enjoyed it. And I will see y'all on the next flight later.